All right, awesome. We'll go ahead and bring it on and turn it over to Shawn Cochran. I know he's going to be highlighted today as far as hosting the call. So we're going to kick it right over to you, brother. What you got for us, bud?
All right. Well, thank you, Asia. Thank you, John Paul. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. Um, so the first thing I want to say, because we're talking about cultivating friendships, and you'll see somebody that's not on here today. So I just for a moment I want everybody, and most everybody knows what's going on, but is a dear friend, and that's just an extra prayer. Wendy and Ryan are in at the doctor's today, so just really want to be able to say any extra prayers that we can put out there for them today. I would like to, really ask that we do that. And our thoughts are definitely with them today. Um,
Absolutely.
I want to go over to uh, symmetry and why symmetry. What is so I want to talk a little bit about that, about the life business balance that we talk about and why they named it symmetry. But I want to go a little bit deeper than that, and that's our coffee talk, and that's us getting to be with each other each day. So, Asia, we're opening it up from 10 to 11 on Thursdays, but we have it where we're on there from 10 to 11 Monday through Friday with Inside My Team. So we started it about a month ago. And it's so that work-life balance, this is giving us not just the work and the life balances, but it's giving us the balance as friends with inside the business. So it's giving us the balance to be able to be helping each other every single day. Um, the most important part of what I have found inside, and I'm going to have four different people speak today after myself, and I'm going to explain why. There's no judgment. Everybody's included, and there's no judgment, no question. You can ask any question you want, and we're there to be able to try to help you and get to be friends. So we have become friends. So a very, very good example of it, and we've done it for a month. I'm going to use Vonda and Chris for a moment that are going to say something today. I would not have the relationship that I have with Vonda, that I have with Chris, because they're direct to Brian. So he would be speaking to them every day. But we have become really good friends. As a matter of fact, with Vonda, I'm trying to steal her glasses, but she won't have it. But we're getting to really know each other. That's the part. We're friends. A good idea is meaningless without the courage to act. That's great. But what about if we're doing it together? How much easier is it to act if we're doing it together? Tiffany's new. I'm going to use her for a moment because she's going to say something as well. She's actually still going through and studying right at the moment. She's not even through that process. But by the time she is through that process and she's asking the questions each day, she's already going to be prepared. She's going to be friends with Vonda, friends with Brian, friends with Chris, so that she's able to speak with them individually, or we talk about each day. As Vonda's been going through her process in getting onboarded, we've been talking about what's happening. For example, with Asia, we talked about the E&O. Can we add this in here? Because we found a little bit of a hiccup going through there for us as far as trying to get her through the process. But during the process, we've really become really, really good friends at this particular point. As a matter of fact, we'll talk a little bit about this. Ryan is usually ends up being our butt of jokes. We're teasing him almost every single day. I can see Tiffany laughing because we really do give, but there's that friendship again, so it's a little bit easier. I want to talk about it as well, where it's a two-way street. So it's not just on me, it's not just on Brian. It is a two-way street of a relationship of me helping him and then him coming up and helping me as well. So me helping John Paul, John Paul helping me. It's a two-way street for us. And this is giving a little bit of more of a platform for us to be able to work together. So now, starting next week, so each day we don't just have a good time. We're talking about business. We're really going through things. We're talking about dial rooms. So next week we're starting a dial room within our small group. Now, nothing against the Mank Tank is an amazing place, but there's also some people that are very, very uncomfortable with being able to get on when there's somebody way up here and they're dialing. And they're uncomfortable with getting in and dialing in front of them. How about if you're dialing with a friend? Now you've got to be actually in our coffee talk before you can even get into the dialogue. We want to know you. We don't want you just in the background hiding back here listening. We want you to be part of it. So that way, when we're dialing as friends too. There's not that judgment, there's not that uncomfortable level as well. I want to also say this is 5 hours a week. If we have a 40-hour schedule, we're talking about 5 hours. How much better are we in those other 35 hours because we're all talking and working with each other throughout the course of the week? I know that it is an hour outside of dialing, but when we are dialing, when we are doing things, Vonda's going over and she's speaking with Chris. They're talking back and forth now because of it. Brian, every single day, has been in here. I talked to him about it. What do you think about this? We started this, and he's in there every single day. So we're talking before the call, sometimes after. What else do we need to be adding to be able to help people based on the conversations that we just had? I know because of time, because we want to, Asia, we're going to do a breakout room after the other folks that I'm going to bring on. So we can individually go in and, for example, there's a spin the wheel. So we get to know each other a little bit. For example, I know where people want to travel now. What are their wants? I know what nicknames are. What a catastrophe that was, trying to figure out what people's nicknames were. But it was a lot of fun. So we know a little bit more. I know more about Brian now. We talk every single day, but I know more about him now because of what we're doing, that he was the first one born in this country in his family. Didn't know that before we started doing all of this and talking every single day. So from there, I'm going to go over. Brian, I want to have you hop in, if you don't mind, buddy, and share a little bit of your experience, and then we'll move on from there.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Great job, everybody. Congratulations, Miss Jenny Gray, Mr. Better, Mr. Cochran, everybody on this team, Kim. Truly blessed, honored. I know I tell a lot of you that all the time, Asia, for all your hard work, everything. Some of us, we don't talk that much, but some of us do. So I come at it from a little bit different way. Well, so, I'm pretty new, 6 months in, but have been, I would say pretty successful. Goes back to a couple bourbons one night, and I click on an ad from Shawn, which I kept on ignoring for, I don't know, weeks beforehand. And I ended up just doing it one time, and we had a meeting the next day, and I wasn't on Zoom, and we ended up talking for 3 hours. So that's how I got here, right? You never know what's going to happen. Just be ready for the next step. Coffee Talk came about, I think, after we discussed it for a little bit. Gave back like for Newbie Tuesdays because I thought, man, I'm pretty confident. I jumped into Ming Tank one night. I'm like, oh my God, I don't belong here. I'm never gonna. I got right out. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Right. So I'm like, man, what if there was something for somebody like us new people? How could we feel more comfortable? So had that conversation with Shawn. We, came up with everybody with some ideas for Newbie Tuesday. And then Shawn and I started talking, hey, what about this? What about that? It has become awesome. I know, Asia's been in a couple times. JPV, my internet was down Monday. So I kind of heard you guys all making fun of me a little bit, but I didn't get to, you got to come back on so I can truly, I can truly get the digs and give a little back. So I apologize for that, but it should be all fixed now. I even did my hair and my makeup today, so I'm not in a hoodie and a hat, just so you guys know. It's a special Friday for me. What I love about Coffee Talk is that it's open, it's inviting, it's caring, and there's an agent at every different stage of their journey. So again, just like Newbie Tuesdays, we're seeing things at different levels from different people that have witnessed it, been a part of it, enthralled in it, and their understanding of how things work, right? So we bring up Tiffany. Tiffany's still studying, and she's coming on. Shavonda has been there. Chris, he's going to discuss this too, of why he loves it so much. Shawn, everybody's been there. So I love it because I think it gives everybody a sense of welcoming, and the understanding they can ask questions, they can learn, get answers to their questions in a real safe environment. Like, again, it's fun, it's jovial, it's some daggers back and forth, but we're learning, we're bringing up different topics. Hey, was anybody on that like myself? Hey, I went to the F&G 510 $20 meeting the other day for IULs. Did anybody get to see that? Oh, I didn't. What was it about? And we went over for 10 minutes. Hey, what about Switchboard? Hey, this morning, anybody have any issues with Virtual Mentor? Right. So we have all these issues or questions and answers, and the hour goes by and it's like, man, where'd that go? That was a lot of fun. Asia came on, brought a game that we're going to incorporate. So to me, it's awesome. I love my team has been on it every day, everyone that can. And I think it's such a win-win. And again, love Shawn, brother, would do anything for him. Love JPV. Do I know him as much? No. Is that okay? Absolutely. Is it growing? Yes. I could call him, all that stuff. But I couldn't imagine, and this is not a dig one bit, if I talked to him more from the time I started to now, right? Like how things progress, how things grow, evolve. Like how my team knows right now at any minute, any day, if they can't get a hold of me, they can call Shawn. Not that I could never call JPP, but we don't have the bond, I think, like a Shawn and a Chris or a Shawn and a Vonda. So this, I think, is just a win-win for everybody that's with our teams that is growing and understanding what it's like to have this family that protects families and does pretty well doing it. It's just a great, great opportunity. And I want to say, I thank my team. I think Shavonda. I think Chris. I think, Mark's coming on board. I know Tiffany's fitting right in. Tiffany's made fun of me since day one. So we'll have to talk about that. I just think it's a great tool for us to have every day moving forward. So again, no dig on anything. I mean, I love my journey. I couldn't have been put in a better. I don't think I couldn't have made a better bourbon fueled click than what I did. The love, the support, again, let's be on that poll call, listen to him. I mean, this is where I need to be, which I've always wanted to do my whole life is take care of families. This has just become a tool. And for myself to have this to give to my team, to watch them grow and understand what they have beyond me is awesome. So Shawn texted me, said I'm on a time limit to be nice, to not make a lot of jokes, and to not be weird, goofy, and basically said don't be myself. So I think we're going now to Chris.
Let's go. And by the way, good. We had to, in the meeting, we had to put a time limit on because basically we gave him 14 minutes and the rest of us 2. That's just the way it kind of goes with Brian. But yeah, let's go. Come on, Chris. Bring it, buddy.
I did pretty good.
All right, guys. How y'all doing? Everybody there? Well, sorry I'm in the car, but yes, the coffee talk, I mean, it's something that I enjoy doing mostly because I'm a bad procrastinator, and this is, probably not the most ideal business for me to be in that way, but coffee talk allows me to get up and start thinking about working in business and all that good stuff. So it's a way to start my day as if I were going into a 9-to-5 job or something like that. And plus we get to meet everybody and, have a good time as well. But it's just a tool to, get motivated, I guess. And that's really all I got to say, guys. Thank you.
Quick and easy. Awesome.
Make up for your time. All right. Go. Move on over to Vonda.
Vonda?
Yep.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shavonda. And I'm just happy to be here. I actually got a call from Brian a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know if I wanted to answer the phone or not, but I seen it was a Michigan number. I'm originally from Michigan. I live in Georgia now. And I've been in the insurance industry about almost 2 years, but I've been in situations where I didn't really feel comfortable asking questions and just feeling a part of a team. So when I got on with Symmetry, it just felt natural. I felt like I could be myself. And my goal is to really build relationships with clients. And by us being able to be comfortable talking to the team and building and cultivating relationships with the team, it helps me to feel more confident speaking to other, people on the phone. And I'm just excited to be part of what we're doing as far as coffee talk and getting to know everybody. and hopefully I'll get to meet other, you all in the future and face to face. So thank you so much, and I appreciate this opportunity.
You're on mute, Shawn.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Let's move on over to Tiffany. Tiffany's been in this last week. She is part of the team, and she is a lot of fun. Fits right in, giving Brian a hard time. So, Tiffany,
I
go
was
ahead
just
and
gonna
share,
say,
my
be nice,
friend.
Tiffany.
I am definitely going to try. But basically, I am new. I'm not new to insurance, however, and I've about 7 years under my belt, about 26 years of customer service. So I love people. Just like Shawn was the one that brought me on. Basically, he mentioned something in Coffee Talk, which I really appreciated earlier today, because I related to it. I mean, speaking in front of a lot of people, it's just not my genre. It's not. But I am a people person. However, being in this smaller group, I'm learning more. I'm able to. It's a different setting than the office setting. I came from two major, insurance companies selling insurance, and I've never felt closer than being in this group now. Because it feels like I can reach out if I have a question, they're on it. They don't hesitate to contact me to get me back on track with the onboarding, and I appreciate that, and they're patient with me, getting my life license. And, I appreciate, the intimacy, and to piggyback also off of what Shavonda said, and I'm finding relatable relationships with everyone in this group, which is helping me kind of get in the mindset of building that relationship with potential customers. To find that relatable connection, it means a lot. It does. And I do enjoy these coffee talks. We laugh, it's a way of us opening it up. So I appreciate everyone, the opportunity, and this is a new venture. I'm ready for it. So thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. So, I mean, you think the last thing I'll add before we let Asia take over and move us into the breakout rooms is, if you're going to an office, and I remember Vonda saying something, you go to an office, what do? We go to the coffee bar, and we start our days. We're talking to each other about what is going on in our family, what's going on in our world, but then at the same time, we're talking about business. How do we do that here? And that's how Coffee Talk has kind of come about. So that way, we're able to really connect. So from there, thank you, all of you guys, for taking the time. That's great. As always, we're not as goofy right now as we normally are, but thank you again. Asia, it's all over to you now, my friend.
Yes. So I am definitely a fan of Shawn's team. I've been able to bond with him a little bit. So when he was saying something about nicknames earlier, I don't know if you saw me, but I was over here going like this. I was like this, because they do have a little dirt on me. Okay. They do have a little dirt on me. They know my childhood nickname. JPV knows my childhood nickname, but we're not going to discuss that. Maybe some of you will be lucky enough to learn that name one day. But what we're going to do now is kind of branch off of this connection, getting to know people, getting to talk to people, figuring out where they want to travel, figuring out their favorite smell, just anything and everything. So I've created 4 breakout rooms, one for Shawn, one for JPD, one for Jenny, and one for myself. I've already assigned you to a room. So I'm going to open the breakout rooms now, and it should send you into those rooms. I tried my best to put you with somebody who is not your upline. So if I did put you with somebody who is your upline, get to know them a little bit better.